he's got a fairly small yard.
Same guy's been doing it for a long time.
I want to show you or do a demo on the Davco model DR30 receiver, 1966 vintage piece of electronics. Beautiful condition here. I 3D printed a speaker cabinet for the Davco, so it hooks up, and I've got a 45 ohm speaker coming. This is a 8 ohm, and I'll get a little better gain out of audio gain out of the 45 ohm. And then I'm going to add a headphone jack here somewhere, maybe on the top or on the side, to be able to hook listen with headphones as well. So there are a couple things with this particular Davco that are issues. The S-unit meter does not work correctly. I think there's an amplifier FET that is not working. So I've got a couple ordered, and I'm going to replace that and maybe get this S-unit meter working. That also ties in with the AGC circuit. So I think they're both related. AGC switch doesn't seem to have any effect on the performance of the radio. The RF gain is a little low, I think, but this is a problem with these particular radios. The RF FET, as a P-channel FET, goes bad, and they are not replaceable with anything new. So there are a lot of guys looking for replacements and for the RF amplifier. I think I've got a solution for that, and we're working on that with some friends to get some of these Davcos working. There are only about 600 of them produced, as I understand. There is it's a very quiet radio, very strong and very sensitive. So let's just do a little bit of surfing here and listening to 85 and 75 meters.
I've got a few kids that can oil a hand.
I gotta carry permit. I don't carry it on license.
It ain't stopped, and it's supposed to rain all night and all day tomorrow. There was something, there was an article in one of the QSTs of
You didn't see the tree, and the tree goes around the roof, and it's really hard to get.
Well, utility and things like that, bigger companies.
Oh, engineering profession, so it's all good. NI4F, WA3ZDI. Yeah, okay, NI4F right back. Well, my brother, of course, who's a electrical engineer.
I will say I don't have any automatic noise limiter turned on. It's all the way off. So what you're hearing is the band conditions are very quiet tonight, and the radio is very selective. I've got it on full bandwidth, if you notice here, on 5 kilohertz. I can narrow it down if it gets real noisy between bands, and this selectivity switch really works well. So let's just keep going here.
The remote station is working, and check it out for me.
We're at 3.5677 567 3585.
Can distort or just.
I'm at 3.8. 85.
People probably more than I am knowledgeable and stuff. The hurricanes. It's disgusting what the Democrats are doing to this country. It's sickening. Right up under the carpet. The man is nothing else. That whole complex had copper pipe in it. At least the ground was radiating.
Gotta try. W4 VCF, W4 VCF, WD4 PAQ.
What KBW?
Well, STH, I just watched a little carrier 4K south of us, and it's like, I can't believe how many people do that. They have no respect for this hobby at all. I noticed it, but that's about it.
Because that's what they're doing up there.
Okay, we're at 3.9.
There's actually nobody here. Okay, well, that's great.
3,900.
I don't think
There's any,
So you can see the tremendous quiet radio.
And for these guys that were down on 35, it matters not how big your amplifier is, just how clean the transmitter is driving it.
What needed universal sound?
Okay, I haven't got it tuned in very well, but anyway, it's clearly. All right, now let's try 40 meters and see how it's doing this evening. Let me get the antenna tuned up here. Set the pre-selector.
He goes up to his college. Oh, I was checking on the plumbing, he says. Well, yes, so...
Okay, we're still on AM, and this is the shortwave broadcast. We're at 7,500 there.
He wearing a mask. Oh, I'm sorry, one person...
This is all broadcast band area now at this time of night.
Travis, it belongs to you. Frequency and tune up on theirs. Actually, I have a dummy load because I'm a dummy. Thanks for taking me in. Just checking in and just see what you guys are doing here this evening. Not much going on in this end. Still working remotely from home.
And we had beautiful weather up here in Connecticut. Mid-70s and sunshine.
Thanks, this video.
7,200.
I signed up for a 50 dB over 9. You were a booming boy.
Head over to somebody who has something to say.
Okay, so you get a feel for the radio. I don't know what we're going to find on 20 meters, but we can sure try it. Let me tune up to 20 meters here. And get over here to 20 meters. And switch to USB, of course. Uh, 20 meters is very picky on this radio.
Espero que digamos que tu funcione muy banana, que no tenga que tienes que hacer de integrado.
Okay, very good signal there.
From Q1 to Charlie. Bye-bye, good luck, and thanks for coming to my call. Bye-bye, good luck.
I think I'm over driving. If I had, there we go. This is a tone control, basically. It just switches in a filter cap to reduce some of the hiss. The A&L is for ignition noise, because this was designed to be a portable unit that you could use on field day or in your vehicle, and so they anticipated that you might have some ignition noise or electrical interference. It does filter. Okay. Let's keep looking on 40 or 20. Talks real fast. See, it's taking some of the sound.
Okay, go ahead. This is KT4 Papa Romeo.
All right, we're only hearing one half of that conversation, of course. Let's keep moving.
But it has been beautiful for the past half a day and sunshine. I don't know if you have ever been this part of the raft.
The lower part of this band is picking up noise.
I can't see on the top right now, but for my 2-meter work, here's just a dedicated 2-meter rig, and I've got a few repeaters in the area. One I could probably throw a rock at and hit. Gentleman that runs that repeater, and we from time to time, actually I was just on a few minutes ago with him, so as you know, it never ends. There's always something to do in the shack, and I'm just going to take it one step at a time.
Okay, we're down below the handband there. So, there you have it. The Davco model DR30 receiver, 1966, 1967. I've got a beautiful manual that came with the unit and a brochure on the Davco DR30, and it came with instructions and just a promotional piece here. So it really bragged on the RF field effect transistors. The problem is those transistors went out of, became completely unobtainable, and were very ultra sensitive to spikes on incoming. So if you had this, if you were keying up your transmitter next to this, you took a chance of blowing out the front end of the radio. But there are some specifications in the bands it operates in. This also has two crystals installed for both channel A and B. And I looked at the frequencies, but I didn't write them down. But they are, I did remember looking up the frequencies, and they're no longer used in radio communications. I think there was like State Patrol, or there might have been a fire department or something, but since then digital modes and everything have moved into other areas. I haven't been able to pull in anything on 21, 28, and 6-meter 50 megahertz. So I'm expecting when the bands improve, I should be able to pick up some work on the 15 meters band and then the 10 meters there. So I'll continue to experiment with that. I'm going to put the transistor, let's see, I mentioned, let me see if I can show you the schematic. Some of you might find this interesting, others be completely bored by it. The transistor in question, here's the S meter, and it gets a stable voltage off of this board here, and then it's modulated, the meter is modulated by this transistor right here. I've replaced all of the caps associated with this circuit, and I'm thinking that this transistor is weak or dead. On explosive signals, there's a couple of these here that the crystals may not be working correctly, and on explosive signals the needle does move. So I know the needle, the meter itself is working, but I've checked the 3.5 or whatever it is, 3.3K, and I've replaced this cap, I replaced these two caps, I replaced this cap and this cap. So actually I think those caps were already replaced. So I need to check these two diodes, and I've got a transistor on order for a couple of these that run the AGC circuit. If you'll notice, the AGC out right here comes up and is and modulates the signals and the drive of the automatic gain control. So that's why I believe that switch, which is right here, is not having any effect, is because this circuit is dead for all intents and purposes. So that's the Davco DR30 communications receiver, the 1966-1967 Davco. I hope you enjoyed this video. Apparently there are videos on YouTube for the Davco, for the Davco are pretty rare, and so I hope that you'll find this informative, and I'm hoping that some Davco users will come in and add their input and make some corrections of anything I've said that was in error on this demonstration this evening. All the best to you. Stay safe.